Citi 97.3. Accra.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umar Rusanda Amadou, and tonight I'm here with
Hawa Idrisu Mustafa.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, President Akufo-Addo's loud silence on the galamsey menace pushes organized labor to make an important decision tomorrow. 1. To declare nationwide strike, or 2. A nationwide demonstration. But would the president be moved? We'll be hearing from organized labor, plus the NPP member of parliament who has made a statement which has got tongues wagging on galamsey. Also coming up and still talking about strikes, government to meet striking workers in the tertiary education sector tomorrow, whose mass action has led to a continuous closure of universities. And later on Eyewitness News, we take you to the National Democratic Congress, NDC, which is demanding a live telecast of the Inter-Party Advisory Committee of the Electoral Commission. Would the EC listen? Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Cowbank PLC clarifies changes in its board, insists none of its directors has been dismissed.
That's in 50 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations, including in the Northeast region on SCAP 101.3 FM on the Nakpanduri escarpment. We are also live on Source 100.1 FM in Boko in the Upper East region. In the Upper West region, we are live on Westlink 88.1 FM in Laura. In the Northern region, we are on Diamond 93.7 FM in Tamale. If you go to the Volta region, we are live on Global 105.1 FM in Ho, and also in the Adakluwaya area. In the Volta region, we are on Adanu 107.7 FM. If you go to the Ashanti region, we are live on Alpha Radio 104.9 in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM also in Kumasi. In the Ahafo region, we are on Hames Radio 106.5 FM in Goso. In Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. And in the Western region, we are on Premier 100.5 FM in Takrady, Sky Power 93.5 FM in Takrady, and Beach 105.5 FM in Takrady. We are also live across the globe on citynewsroom.com. We are on YouTube. That's you can find us on YouTube and listen to our show there. You can go to Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Just look for the Citi FM handle and listen to us there. And then you can also join the conversation by sending messages to our WhatsApp platform 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Alternatively, you can go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and drop your messages there. We'll start off with the galamsey issue. And over the weekend, a video emerged of Dr. Nana Ayew Afriyie. He is NPP Member of Parliament for Ifiduasi Asokore in the Ashanti region, and he is a campaign coordinator for the Dr. Baumia campaign in charge of the Middle Belt. That video has got many people talking. He's joined us on the line. Doc, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. I should say senior anchor, right?
Yes, anchor, right. Thank you so much. And a very good evening to you and your listeners.
Good evening to you.
Except we are driving in between Bia West and Ayew and the forest area. I don't know how the network will go like, but I pray.
Let's pray the forest. Let's pray that the forest, or what is left of the forest, are merciful to us. I hope the roads are looking good in that area, though.
Yeah, where we are is looking good, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to play your video so that my audience will appreciate what you said, and then I'll ask you what you really meant. So if you could kindly indulge me.
Yes, that would be okay if you play the two videos, the one that is truncated by TV3, and then I think your producer also has the one that I spoke at full length. Then they can have a balanced analysis of the truncated one by TV3 and the one I
Okay, I did not know that there are two videos. I only know of one which is in the public domain, which is the video that everybody has been sharing and talking about.
that is truncated. That is truncated. As soon as you listen to the full length of the other video, which is probably it's not that long, probably like 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, as the other stations, the sister stations have done. I'll be happy. But nonetheless, you can go ahead with the first one as we talk about it, and your producer probably will prepare.
So I have the one you
second
sent.
one.
You have the one you sent to my producer. Let me just play that first.
The voice of people is the word. The voice of what? God. Okasa Efayemu. And the research that was done as of
forgive us. We are trying to work on this particular video. So you're going to take it again.
Because he wants us to what? Win. The voice of people is the word. The voice of what? God. Okasa Efayemu. And the research that was done as of last week shows that Yetu Abba, we are gaining 18 seats. The national TV's data here. I am telling you, say Yetu Abba, at the end of August, the MPP was winning 18 more seats. And the NDC paying for our parliament. We are talking all the time. They are aware. I don't think that so I won't cry. Nobody confusing Bana man for you to Abba. Oh, yeah, crying. And I'm confusing Obia. Oh, yeah, galamsey. I will swim to galamsey. Small scale mining, community mining, and find galamsey. No, and you're different from Togo for the Burkina before the last month. NDC for Modiabegu or Fin or Da. Bra. But we are going after them. Me say, the operation we have started this week in the middle belt. Because the Ensaka don't say, Obeboya Mayanya Omukrofo no. And you know the Enfa no Mabonte. Yekasa Onte. Kwabrani who say we are winning the seats in the mining areas. So they decided to go and import foreigners. No one know about it. No man can't jump. Say munko in real no mu. Na munko to go do. Or say munko so no na munko to. Na mo refi mu hana the whole year. In so I a problem da. Enya 1 month here na started. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye nanka ye di speed. Nanka ya court, nanka ya stop it, galamsey for nanka ya lose your seat. Yes, stop you on that. Yes, stop you on China. Because there's a difference between mining in the forest as a small scale or community mining, and there's a difference between mining in the river bodies. Omodia will stop them. Obibia or mining war. In some mono oye nipa bonini. Yankopon so be tuauka. Ene wasifo ni na be tuamuka. There's a mude efi moko na mututu aboa ne ho NDC fo na mude aba be kire se aboa ba anie. Yankopon
so Dr. Eyewitness,
yes.
To be honest,
I said it. Yes, I said it all. Yeah.
This actually is the first time I'm hearing this longer version. I have seen the other one in circulation, which ends at "We will not stop them today. We will not stop them tomorrow."
Absolutely. That was truncated by TV3. What they did was that they started. I defined galamsey and I said there's a confusion in Accra. And as a matter of fact, a lot of elites listening to us, or middle class people, they take small scale mining or community scale mining as galamsey. That's what they call it. And I think that the association takes strong exceptions to people calling small scale mining galamsey. So in my definition, I said there is a confusion, but I said there is galamsey, small scale mining or community scale mining. And there's also galamsey, the river mining, which is illegal. And then I said, why would you want to go on the river bodies to go and mine? And I went ahead, listeners, I went ahead to even curse that whoever is doing this, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you look at those who are on the river body, the small-scale miners, last week, their press conference, they attributed it to foreigners on them. It is not me saying it. And then I know there is a search for them. It's not me saying it. The small-scale miners said it. So I made reference from that perspective. Now, the politics I did around it is that some people will checkmate government into thinking that you are not doing your work. Yet they are behind others trying to cause a mess in the river body. And that over the year, especially this year, water has not been a problem. But for the past 2-3 months, ever since there was an import or a massive influx of foreigners on these people on the water body, the past 3 months, all waters are dead. Nothing. It's changed. So basically, that one, I said so. However, I said that for the galamsey, we will not stop it. And then I went on and said, because there's a difference between the galamsey of the small-scale mining and then the galamsey of the river body. So what the TVC people did was that when I said, we will not stop today, we will not stop tomorrow, they actually truncated, doctored it up. And then they made it to look like all I said was, we're not going to do anything about galamsey, and we won't stop today, we won't stop tomorrow. And that is a misrepresentation. That is clear misrepresentation. Actually puts me out of context. And that is actually why many people would wonder that Eyewitness will stand on principle. And as I'm speaking to you, I still stand on the basic principle that they are irresponsible small-scale mining and they are responsible small-scale mining. But we cannot put a ban on small-scale mining. That is not fair. That is to say that in the southern belt, along the coast, in the river bodies, on the Volta Lake, there are people who do irresponsible fishing. They use DDT, they use dynamite, they use all of them, and we are aware. And the state agencies are after the illegal ones. Does that mean that we should ban all fishing in the south? That is not right. And I also think that having been a coordinator of this campaign for 6 months, thank God I don't do mining. If I have any business of mining, one day I may do if it is that lucrative. But I'm happy in my conscience. I don't do anything like that. But I have isolated myself from
Hello, Doc.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I think the line has started to behave funny.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I've actually associated myself with people who live in this area. And I've gotten to understand that even me, when I live, I was born and bred in Tema, from Tema General Hospital. I've lived my life in Tema. So even me in Accra, until about 2 months ago, all I knew galamsey was anything small-scale mining is galamsey. But I've gotten to understand that I've met these people in the various regions I have gone, and I've gotten to see that, no, the people who pick license, the EPA supervises them, Mineral Commission renews them, and every year they do the right thing. And there are some people also who are like thieves or robbers. They go into the forest in the night. They also do robbery mining. I'll call it robbery mining. They do mining, they cause erosion, they don't fill it up, they run away. And then you have, a group of mad people who they actually go on the river bodies. And for them, they just mine in the river bodies. That is what I said was madness. That is what I said was not fair. That's why I said we should go after them. Because these ones, we have to expose them.
Okay.
This is what I said.
Very well. But you have said stop your ochina, and you were using the word galamsey, and you said
galamsey.
To the extent that it was in the forest, you had no difficulty. But if it's in the water
no.
bodies,
If you can play my beat again, you see that I said stop it. Initially, me say galamsey, small scale mining, community mining. Yeah, well, the confusion was Accra. Galamsey, small scale mining, community mining, and a galamsey, river body mining. And then I took on the river body one. Okay. Then I went.
So you said you have a problem with the one in the river. However, the one in the forest you have no difficulty with. But both are a distraction to the environment. One to the water body, one to our forest. Why are you supporting one of the two evils?
Yes, for that, because there are some people who are doing small scale mining who reclaim and who have concessions given to them at particular areas and who do their work reclaim and it is organized. They are tidy. and they've done it over 40, 50 years. They have grown their children, their doctors, their lawyers in the country.
Yeah, but we know,
Children
but those
have
are not
inherited
the
their
ones. Those are not the ones people are fighting. You do know that. You know very well that the people who are being described as galamsey,
but they are also small-scale mining. No, hold on. But they're also small-scale mining.
Irresponsible small-scale mining, which is called galamsey,
Absolutely,
which is what we are fighting.
Absolutely. But Omaro, if you understand me, that's like many of your sister stations, your people have understood that there are people who confuse illegal, irresponsible small-scale mining to genuine or responsible small-scale mining. And that is why I said, if you want to ban, let us ban the illegal small-scale mining, but not a ban on small-scale mining. That one has the two components, both legal and illegal. And many people in Accra, if you open your phones, you get to understand that they take whether it is small-scale mining, responsible or irresponsible. All they know in Accra is that it's galamsey. And therefore, governments must stop galamsey, means that stop both responsible and irresponsible one. Because you and me at any day would be against irresponsible mining, whether in the forest or in the rivers or anywhere in this country, you or me and any day. So the civil societies that I call on is that let us aim at irresponsible mining of all forms. But to say that we should ban small-scale mining, that is what I said.
Okay.
We are going to do it today. We are going to do it tomorrow because some people are very responsible.
And your reason is that Yanum, and that's in apparent reference to the NDC, have noticed that you are winning the constituencies and they want you not to win the constituencies. So the overall effect of what you have said is that because you are enabling galamsey, you are likely to win the seats that you lost. The NDC wants you to stop galamsey so that you lose those seats. That is what you have said in effect. That's the sense that I got from watching that video, despite every explanation you have given tonight, plus a longer video I have played.
Okay, so yeah. So what it means here, what I can agree with you is that the call for illegal mining to stop it in order, but the call for ban on small-scale mining in total, which some people in Accra call it a galamsey, which is not true. That should not be allowed. It's political, and therefore, what you have said indeed goes into that bit. But as soon as you separate illegal small-scale mining, I would definitely change my step. But where we say ban small-scale mining, I obviously will come into the point and make it political. Yeah.
You said that foreigners were brought in and put on the river bodies to mine so that it would make the water bodies bad and your government will look ugly. This is what you again said. Do you have any proof to justify this? That you brought Togolese in? Who brought them? Who brought them? When were they brought and where were they sent?
I made reference to the Small Scale Miners Association in Ashanti region. And if your producer would be okay, I can give you their numbers. And then, just like I've said, we have all been worried in the middle belt. And therefore, we are interested in people on the river bodies. There's a lot of work that we're doing, and I'm sure the next few days, you see some people out being paraded. They have said I have gone ahead of them. They are not very comfortable with me. But I'm still happy to give you the numbers of their people to speak. And I'm sure when they speak, people will get to know that I had some level of intelligence. And then I spoke. Probably I have just gone too far from what they were doing. And I told them I'm sorry about that, but I needed to also be able to say something to justify what they have told me. So I would make reference to the Small Scale Miners Group in Ashanti, and I'm prepared to give their numbers to you for you to interrogate. And I'm sure they will speak much more deeper to the public than what they told me.
So what the Small Scale Miners Association in Ashanti told you that the people polluting the river bodies are foreigners?
They are on an operation that, like I said, their task force is on, and for me, just like they've said, very soon, I'm sure this week they will parade. They have news for the public.
No problem. Except that you have, yeah, but you have already given the teaser, and so you might as well give everything because your credibility that's on the line.
No,
so
for me, I would prefer.
Just a second. So the claim
for them to.
No, one second. So at least what you have put out there publicly is that these people were brought from Togo to come and mine. When were they
are
brought
foreigners.
in?
They are foreigners, not only Togolese.
No problem.
They are
Foreigners.
Togolese and Burkinabe. I can't tell you when they were brought in. I can't tell you how many they are. I can't tell you where they live. I can't tell you what they're doing. But I know the small-scale mining people can tell you where they live.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us
when?
Can you tell us who brought them in?
Oh, for them, I mean, there I went political as it is. I mean, they attributed it to the NDC, so I made reference to them. So at
the
any
small
point
scale
in time,
miners in Ashanti region told you that foreigners were brought into the country by NDC to come and engage in
the whole Ashanti region small scale mining issue. It's broken up into two. It's so funny, and I'm sure when you speak to them, you get to understand. Maybe I know more than, but I don't want to veer into areas which I've not been invited to. The whole mining thing, they have their mining group, and they have another bit of their mining group coined a little bit separately, and they attribute them to the NDC. It's so funny. For me, if you have a talk to them, you get to understand that they have small-scale miners this, and they have another one they call something, whether it is concern or progressive, that goes to a different direction. It's so funny. Like I said, I would prefer them to speak on that issue.
So for now, you cannot give us any evidence. So for now, it's just hearsay that you have repeated, which you have no proof to support.
Oh yes, I mean until they parade them, then the state agencies will go after those who brought them in. I will not have any evidence to prove. So
there's another part.
And that's it.
There's another part of the video.
So now
there's another part of the video where you challenge those who are campaigning against galamsey and who are demonstrating in Accra to come to Kumasi and see. What does that mean when you say they should come to Kumasi and see? You're threatening them.
I said so. I said no. I said they should come in there and they will be steady. Now what I mean is that you come in there, you get to have a feel, because Accra, we don't mine in Accra. Now when you get out of Accra, you get to see the very people that their livelihood is on small scale mining, which is the genuine people. Nobody where his thought doing illegal mining can have the gut to come into a meeting or meet people and speak on it, because those people, I'll call them robbery miners. But having gone through Central region, Western North, Ahafo, Bonobono East, Ashanti and Eastern, I speak for people who live in villages who have been employed by legal small-scale miners. And they are the people who meet them and speak for them to know that it is not all small-scale mining that is so evil, that is made to look like the protesters are doing in Accra. Look at their placards. Ban small-scale mining, ban small-scale mining. Small-scale mining is illegal. A couple of their placards we all saw. It was on social media. I am so worried that we are demonizing genuine people engaged in small-scale mining. The white man country.
Hello, sir. Hello. Apologies, we've lost Dr. Nana Eyewitness, but he has summarized what he intended to say. He says that the video in circulation is not a full one. He sent a longer one to my producers, which we have just played. And you've heard him justifying there his statement that he made in that video, and also saying or making claims that the people who are mining in the river bodies are foreigners who have been brought in. And he claims he was told this by the Association of Small-Scale Miners in the Ashanti region, that it was the NDC that brought them in to destroy water bodies. That is a claim he has made, no proof whatsoever to support it. He says in the coming days, the state agencies would arrest the people who have been engaging in that activity and will be told who imported them. Again, we do not have any evidence to support this claim that he has made. But he has said that he does not support irresponsible mining, which is what he said he intended to say when he spoke to the party folk the time he spoke, and that he does not support that. However, he agrees with small-scale mining. So those are his words. Dr. Nana Ayew Afriyie, NPP Member of Parliament for Fidiasia Sokori, and campaign coordinator of Dr. Baumia in the Middle Belt. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. So talking about mining on river bodies and also in forest areas, we already have giant mining companies in the country. Now, some of them appear to be complaining that the activities of illegal miners is affecting them. How has that story?
Now, some mining companies in the Western region are worried about the encroachment of their concessions by illegal miners. AngloGold Ashanti, one of the mining companies affected by illegal mining, says streams and other water sources kept clean by them have been contaminated by galamsey. The company says the encroachers are also stealing their properties. The acting managing director of AngloGold Ashanti, Ayew, says the activities of illegal mining close to their concession, if not stopped, will affect their production.
The effects and the activity coming all over around our operations, and then attacking some of the streams that we have, the streams that we have for a very long time kept clean all over our concession. As of now, we still do our best to keep them still clean, but unfortunately, you get to see some of them that have been tampered with from a source that is a little bit far from our operation. So it gets contaminated from a distance, then it comes through the concession. Yeah. As a mine, we do not support that. It is something that we cannot tolerate, and we are very much against those illegal activities that adversely have impact on our operations. It also introduces theft and other things that the mine is very much challenged with. They come in at various areas and steal very expensive items that we cannot do away with them, so we must find another money to go and replenish them, which is a big issue.
He had the acting managing director of AngloGold Ashanti, Ayew.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hi Aku, I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium premium fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind safe be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Births and Deaths Registry beckons all of us to forge a future where each birth is duly recorded and every Ghanaian life is cherished and remembered. To help capture these moments, registration is absolutely free for the first day to 12 months after birth. You are, however, encouraged to register within the first 90 days of a child's birth for timely data capturing to help government plan for the child. Ensure that you present a maternal health record book or weighing card for the registration of births. By registering births, we lay the foundation for progress and prosperity in our beloved nation. Our offices are opened from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This message is brought to you by the Births and Deaths Registry under the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, supported by the Public Sector Reform for Results Project and the World Bank. Call 030-3941-222 or visit pdr.gov.gh for further details. From the first cry to bidding fair, IOLs, everyone counts. Register now.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loan so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo arm.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugapa?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are broadcasting from number 11, Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka in Accra. My name is Umaru Sanda Amado, and I'm here with Hawa Idris. We're talking about Stop Galamsey Now, which is a campaign we started in 2017 as a radio station, which campaign we are continuing with, and we are happy that so many media houses have joined us, and also civil society organizations and organized labor. Tomorrow is a big day for organized labor. The Ghanaian workers are going into a meeting tomorrow to decide what to do after they wrote to the president to act on the Galamsey menace, which action he has failed to begin. And so we want to see what's happening tomorrow. Bernard Usu is the newly elected chairman of the Trades Union Congress, which is part of organized labor. He's joined us on the line. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News, and congratulations on your elections.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
Let's talk about tomorrow. So we do know that you started off by writing a letter. First of all, where did the idea come from that you should join this campaign as organized labor, and how seriously are you taking this issue?
First of all, let me thank your cherished listeners and your cherished viewers. Galamsey is something that is affecting everybody. For us as organized labor, this is something that is against humanity, is against life and property. And we believe that it's something that as workers, we have to be concerned about the environment, our health, and economic losses. These are the main reasons why we have, joined this campaign.
Now, what is your aspiration in joining this campaign? What do you want? And let me say, what has been the response from government so far? I do know that there was a committee that was set up. Has that satisfied you? Has that met you in any way, the committee?
Well, we met the committee and we asked them what we need as organized labor, and we were promised that they were going to revert back to us. But as we speak today, nothing has been heard from them. The reason we are meeting tomorrow to firm up our decision and to go ahead with our decision that we agreed on previously.
Your letter was 2 weeks or so ago. It was after your communication that the ministerial committee was set up. The ministerial committee met you and asked for more time, which time you said you were not willing to grant. You gave a deadline of the end of this month. Now the month ends tonight. Does it mean negotiations are over? You're going to now just act in the threat that you gave earlier?
Yes, we are going to act on our threat based on the decisions that we will take tomorrow, God willing, when we meet our structures, and we will firm up our earlier decision, either to go on strike or to embark on demonstration.
So these are the two options available to you. No more negotiations? Is it the case that negotiations are over?
Well, we have put our demands out there an immediate declaration of state of emergency in line with the provision of the 1992 Constitution, Article 31, 4, and an order to halt all form of mining in the forest reserve and around water bodies, an immediate evacuation of all mining equipment, and deployment of the police and the military with full orders to remove, destroy all mining equipment and other earth-moving equipment around the river bodies and the forest. And the immediate revocation of the LI 2462 and establishment of a special court to prosecute the perpetrators of this horrible crime. We've said this, and we've said it over and over, and I think government is not forthcoming with answers. And the reason we are meeting tomorrow to firm up our decision to ensure that the widespread of destruction of our forests, water bodies, and the farmland that has become increasingly visible and severe, that everybody sees, the health concerns, the pollution from mining activity that has led to the effect of our communities, children being born with all sort of deformities that have been traced to this presence of mercury and other chemicals in our water bodies. So we think that this is something that is against humanity, and we need to at least stop it once and for all, or we all die in this sort of activity that is happening in our country.
Now, in the past, when organized labor coughs, government catches a cold, or if you sneeze rather, the last time organized labor spoke was during the sale of the SNIT hotels, and government quickly did a U-turn. Now, the thinking was that as soon as you spoke and threatened a mass action, government would have cowered. But the president has been tight-lipped. He was given an opportunity as recently as 2 nights ago to speak on this issue. He did not say anything about galamsey. Is it the case that government is not afraid of you? Maybe you don't really have much against government. Could that be the reason?
Well, let me use this opportunity to thank the chairman or the president of the GJA for coming out boldly to speak against this menace. And let me say that we are not the lion or anything that government has to be sort of afraid. But after tomorrow, whatever we have under our sleeves, either government will bite or not, we will see what will happen, my brother.
If the minister for your sector calls you tonight and says, and indeed, let me just say that we have tried to reach the minister, Ignatius Bafwewa, for comment since this issue came up, he has not accepted our request for an interview. So we know what government position on that side at least is. We have not been able to get from the presidency any response on these your calls. But if you are called tonight into a meeting, which meeting tries to convince you in so many other ways that they can be used to convince you not to hold your meeting tomorrow, which meeting will result in any of the 2 issues you're planning, what will be the posture of organized labor?
Our decision is clear. Declare state of emergency. We've made our decisions clear to government. And if government is not responding, I don't think meeting him will result in any good, meeting. So all that we are demanding as organized labor is government to ensure that what we have asked them to do, they should do it so that we'll have a very peaceful, meeting tomorrow.
Very well. Thank you so much. We'll wait to see what happens after your meeting tomorrow.
I will use this opportunity to ask each and every Ghanaian to respond when organized labor comes out with a decision that will all of us help us to fight this galamsey. We all have to join. Omar Sando, I will expect you to be part of any decision that we'll take tomorrow, and your colleagues too as well, because this is for Ghana.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. #StopGalamsey. Thank you, sir, for joining us and for speaking to us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
That's Bernard Owusu. He is the National Chairman of the Trades Union Congress, TUC. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. The hashtag remains #StopGalamsey now, and call on the president to act and act now. And Ghanaian workers are asking for a declaration of a state of emergency under Chapter 5 of the 1992 Constitution, which procedure is clearly outlined there. The president has not spoken. He is the leader of this particular government, and it is he who can declare that state of emergency. He is as yet to make any announcement whatsoever on that matter. We await to see what the government position would be, while we wait also for organized labor's decision tomorrow after the meeting, whether it will be a call onto the streets or a call into the homes. A call into the homes would mean all workers would stop working. GPRTU is a member of TUC, so your trotro driver will not be on the streets. Your taxi driver will not be on the streets to convey you to work, and there would actually be no work, especially for the public sector. Education would be grinding to a halt. Health sector, the whole system, the nation as we know it, would essentially shut down if that nationwide strike is called by organized labor. If it is a demonstration, that may be lesser of the two evils, but again, that would mean workers pouring out on the streets, and we do not know how many days they are going to call that for. But organized labor assures that tomorrow a decision will be announced, which decision we await. Let me read some of your messages that you've been sending through. Nioding Ni Atukwekwe from Accra says the government is sounding more responsible as their term in office gets to irresponsible. You meant to say as their term in office gets close by December. Why can't they arrest those NDC ones in galamsey? We can't continue with this irresponsible governance. Aziz Donline says the chemicals used by these illegal miners are dangerous to human health and has caused harm to our environment ecology. Obviously, NPP has benefited from this illegality. Jones Adboyinla says, what further explanation do you guys need for this irresponsible statement? He called himself a doctor. Well, he's a doctor. By their fruits, we shall know them. Seriously, Ghanaians are not angry enough. So that's in reference to Dr. Nana Afriyie. This one from Yusuf in Town Council line. He says, we have the Electoral Commission and the NPP. What have the Electoral Commission and the NPP done to the register that they don't want any forensic auditing of same? You don't want Ghanaians to know whether the register is healthy or not. So it is possible all be rigging. This one from Brilliant Fahad Ibn Okujetu in Central Town constituency. He says, the NPP is benefiting hugely from this galamsey stuff. NPP executives, MPs, even Dr. Bami himself are involved. So sad that Nana Akufo-Addo doesn't care about this galamsey issue. The best is to vote out NPP. Al-Hassan Hamdan from Nyoini South says the president is using the police and the judiciary as tools to terrorize citizens. Why would you deny them access to legal representation, food, water, family, etc.? Zelis Dwayne sends a message all the way from London, and he says that's a reckless statement from the MP. Galamsey must stop. Hakimi Ashraf from Tamale says until we all come together, put politics aside, party aside, and think about Ghana, there's no way Galamsey will stop. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Talking about organized labor, mass actions, industrial actions, on the education front, that's especially at the tertiary level, has been at a standstill, and government is trying to see if it can find a solution there. How I give us our story.
The Ministry of Education will tomorrow meet various stakeholders in the tertiary education to find an amicable solution to strikes initiated by some worker unions on university campuses. This follows the decision of public universities to reschedule their reopening date due to strike by 2 senior staff and 2 SAG. Speaking to Citonian's public relations officer at the Education Ministry, Kwesi Kwarteng said the ministry is hopeful the meeting tomorrow will bring an end to the numerous labor agitations.
So tomorrow, Tuesday, the 1st of October 2024, government is meeting with the striking labor forces at the Ministry of Education, and the meeting is scheduled 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That the Ministry of Education, of course, together with the whole government side, be meeting with the striking university unions, and we are very hopeful that tomorrow after our meeting we'll be able to build a consensus and make a headway. I'll have to confirm the composition of the meeting, but I am very much aware that tomorrow there is going to be a meeting between government and all relevant stakeholders, including the striking parties, to be able to make sure that we make a headway.
Kwesi Kwarteng speaks for the Education Ministry.
There's a story where the former president is warning the current president. Now, the story is on Channel 1 TV, channel1news.com. Story by Letitia Ose, which says $800 million gas deal risky for Ghana's future. Mahama warns Akufo-Addo. That story was published on September 29, 2024. The opening paragraph says NDC flag bearer John Mahama has issued a stern warning to President Akufo-Addo regarding an $800 million gas processing contract. Mahama expressed concerns that signing the deal could lead to major financial losses for the state in the future. Let's speak to a member of John Mahama's party, Edward Bauer. He's NDC Member of Parliament for Bongo, and he also speaks to for the NDC on the Manifesto Committee on Energy. He's joining us on the line. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thanks for having me, Sander.
What is this $800 million gas deal? What is that?
Okay, so basically, you know that currently as a country, we do have a gas processing plant at Atwabo, which processes about 150 million scarf of gas a day that we get from our oil fields. Now, as part of Ghana Gas's own strategy, they decided that they needed to have a second gas processing plant that will pick up and process gas in addition to what we have at Atwabo. Now, there are a few things that you need to know when you are putting up a gas processing plant. The first thing is that when you are putting up a gas processing plant, you must have guarantee of gas. So what it means is that, the plant is supposed to process wet gas from an oil field. So you must have a guarantee that says that there's a supplier who will give you a gas. And therefore, you normally will have what we call the gas sales agreement, the GSC, that you will sign with the company or the group of people who are going to give you gas. As we speak now, there has not been any commitment in getting gas from any other field in Ghana. That's the first point. But what is more worrying is the contract itself. The contract itself indicates that if you check the documentation that are available to us, on the 21st of November 2023, the Ghana Gas Company wrote a letter to Public Procurement Authority asking Public Procurement Authority to give them the permission to do a restricted tendering to select 4 companies. They had presented 4 companies for PPA to give them the permission to talk to them, negotiate with them, and select a contractor for that for the second phase. That's the new gas processing plant they want to build. Now, when they were granted that permission, and when they went, the company that actually won it is the Phoenix Group. It's a group that comes actually from Trinidad and Tobago. Now, that is an international company. And you recall that by the Supreme Court ruling, they had indicated that any agreement that government of Ghana has to enter with an entity that is foreign, it must come to Parliament. So the first thing they did was that they actually, when they won the contract, we expected them to have brought the supposed agreement to us to look at and scrutinize as per the prescriptions given by the Supreme Court. In an attempt to avoid that, what they did was that after the company had won the contract, they went and formed an SPV. And then the SPV, that's a special purpose vehicle, and named it the Gas Gathering Company Limited, and registered it as a company within Ghana, and offloaded the shares of that international company into that company with an attempt to avoid parliamentary scrutiny. So what they then did was that the TGGLC, which is supposed to be now the private company and a Ghanaian company, then they presented it as a pseudo-Ghanaian company instead of an international company that had actually won the bid to be able to avoid this. That's the first point. The second argument is that even informing the SPV, one of the things they unfortunately did was that they then introduced another company known as Integrated Logistics Bureau Limited, which is a company that has the CEO of one Mr. Lawrence Otin Asante, who is a direct relative of the executive secretary of the president. So we realize that this is the challenges we have in this contract is that you do not have an agreement with any oil field in Ghana to get wet gas to process. 2, you do not have any value for money audit that you have done on the 800 million that you think is going to cost Ghana in terms of the gas processing plant you are putting up. 3, this is an agreement that also smells of nepotism because you now have the president's relatives and the executive secretary's relatives all over the place. And 4, the companies that were approved by the PPA, that's the Public Procurement Authority, did not include the Intel Group. And suddenly they found themselves in that arrangement. So we see that this is an agreement that flouts almost every law that we have in Ghana that governs the oil sector. And that is why we raised the alarm. But unfortunately, Sandra, you know what happened? Even after all this warning, 2 days, that was on Friday, they went ahead and signed that contract.
So has a deal been signed?
So the deal has been signed. And it was signed by Ben Asante and witnessed by Robert Larky. So it has been signed.
And your view is that based on the Supreme Court decision on international companies and parliamentary ratification, this would be unlawful?
This would be very unlawful. And even go on.
So what can you do as a minority group? Do you have to bring in the Minister for Energy to respond to these issues, these claims you're making, or you go to court to insist that the Constitution is being disrespected?
I think, yes. So luckily enough, just about 2 days ago, my ranking, who is John Jinapor, and myself, John Jinapor, who is my ranking, we had come to an agreement that we were making a full application to Parliament to allow us to have a full parliamentary scrutiny and investigation. So that's the first part. The second part is what our flag bearer has indicated, that even though they have signed this, it is within the right of any new government to look at it and see whether the laws of Ghana were flouted. And if they were flouted, we will find a way of remedying that and ensuring that anybody who is found culpable should face the rigors of the law.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Honorable Edward Bauer. He's NDC Member of Parliament for Bongo, and he speaks on the NDC Manifesto Committee on Energy. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Earlier, in the beginning of the show, I headlined for you a call that the NDC was making for the Electoral Commission to publicize or televise the Inter-Party Advisory Committee meetings between the political parties and the Electoral Commission. There's a development. Howard, please share.
The Electoral Commission of Ghana has announced plans to broadcast the upcoming Inter-Party Advisory Committee, that is the IPAC meeting, live on Tuesday, October 1. This unprecedented decision is part of the Electoral Commission's effort to promote transparency and accountability in its engagement with political parties ahead of the December general elections. According to information gathered from the AC, the live telecast is aimed at providing Ghanaians with first-hand insight into the discussions and decision-making processes within the IPAC meeting. The Commission stressed that this move was made independently and not in response to any external demands, particularly those from the National Democratic Congress, NDC.
This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Up next, Howard Idris will be bringing us the latest in the world of business. And then there will be no point blank tonight. We have a football match that we have to bring you live commentary of. The City sports team is on standby to bring us that. So after business news, Eyewitness News will be effectively over. No point blank tonight. Stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Africa is growing. Africa is connecting through trade, business, family, and the knowledge we acquire across borders. Africa is becoming one continent without borders. Own it with GCB Bank using PAPS, the one money transfer that connects us all. Available in Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, Gambia, Kenya, Djibouti, and Zimbabwe. PAPS, making it possible to send money instantly across Africa, faster, safer, cheaper. For more information, visit any GCB branch or call toll-free 0800 422 422. GCB, your bank for life.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Ah, go me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay way now, pay them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, is that cuckoo? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to Ma AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loan so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugapa?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo F15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Details of our stories now. Bank PLC has clarified that, contrary to recent report, none of the directors of the bank has been dismissed. The bank explains that a recent change on the board is because of the conclusion of directorship terms as part of the bank's statutory and regulatory governance cycle. Here, except of a statement from management of Bank PLC addressing the issue.
No director of the bank has been dismissed. Recent changes on the board stem from conclusion of directorship terms as part of the bank's statutory and regulatory governance cycle. 3 independent non-executive directors of the bank were due to retire by statutory rotation at the bank's 2024 annual general meeting AGM held on September 4, 2024. Mr. Ben Bath, Dr. Cynthia Forson, and Mr. Richard Akutu. Mr. Bath did not seek renomination when his tenure expired, while the terms of Dr. Forson and Mr. Akutu concluded at the AGM. All 3 retired directors provided exceptional service to the bank during their tenure. Due to a pending injunction application filed by 2 minority shareholders that sought to injunct the consideration of some resolutions at the 2024 AGM, the process of reappointing directors has been delayed. Currently, the following persons continue to serve as directors of the bank: Joe Mensah, Board Chairman; Kofi Osafo Mafo; Kweko B. Kosa; Solomon Asamoah; Nano Tue Champon; Carl Selassie Asem, Managing Director. The bank is preparing for an extraordinary general meeting where new directors will be appointed.
The submission.
Those were excerpts of a statement from Bank PLC refuting claims of the dismissal of some directors of the bank, read to you by Nashika Caesar. Now, Societe Generale has provided the Bank of Ghana with a full list of individuals and entities seeking to acquire shares in the bank. This is in fulfillment of the requirement for the bank's strategic review of its operations in Ghana. There is more in this report.
The submission of the share acquisition list to the Bank of Ghana is a key requirement as Societe Generale amends its ownership structure in Ghana in line with regulatory expectation. Earlier in May, management of Societe Generale Ghana said it had initiated a strategic review of its operations in the country. This was after widespread reports that the French bank was exiting Ghana after almost 20 years of operation. Management of the bank said it had engaged investment bank Lazard to explore potential buyers for its operations in Ghana. It was on the back of this that the Bank of Ghana, as the regulator, asked the bank to submit a comprehensive list of bidders to avert any form of surprises. But now the central bank says it has fully been furnished. Societe Generale owns about 56% stake in its Ghana operations, followed by SNET.
Nilati with that report. Now, tech company Haptel has firmly denied accusations that it was paid $25 million for its commercial agreement on the Power App software for the Electricity Company of Ghana. In a statement addressing what it called false claims by certain civil society organizations, Haptel clarified that it had not received the alleged sum. The company explained that the $25 million was only a projected cost limit set by ECG's board of directors at the outset of the project, stressing that to date, approximately $12 million out of the proposed $25 million has been spent on overhauling outdated systems and improving ECG's operations, including the development of the new Power App. Haptel also clarified that it does not get 3% of electricity bought by ECG customers. And that's it for City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Good evening.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.